almost 3 years ago today, well, not exactly today, but 3 years ago, me, well, actually, maybe about 5 years ago, me and my high school friend Jet created, or I guess in this case, conceived an idea of a podcast. He had a big wall of hats, I had a collection of hats as well, and we both had a shared love for gaming. And when you combine hats and gaming, what do you get? Well, the closest thing that I can think of, especially in our space, which is the Nintendo area, is the Crazy Cap store from Super Mario Odyssey. And with Mario Odyssey being so recent on the brain, we were like, that sounds like a very cool idea. Let's see what we can make out of it. So we created our first intro announcement thing. It's still on my Instagram page, but it was entirely cringe and we hated it. It didn't go anywhere, and yeah, nothing came up out of it. Fast forward maybe a year or so later, I meet another friend. At this point, I had moved high schools. I was still in touch with Jet, but one of my other friends, his name is Liam, and Liam, otherwise known as Reverse Mailman, he was a very good ideas guy. He, made a bunch of concepts and things for speculation about Smash Brothers, which was a hype cycle around that time, and even Mario Maker. He had all these crazy and wacky ideas, and I just adored them. And I was like, why don't we put that into a show? Why don't we talk about it? Why don't we just talk about all these amazing concepts and ideas that we have and put it down and put it into a show? So that's what we did. Starting February 2020, the Crazy Cap podcast was created, and to a resounding success. I mean, we had a lot of fun with it. It was getting mild views, but I also posted it on my second channel, which was the Logo Movie, which already had a certain amount of subscribers at the time, which I think at that point was around 1,000 or just a little under. So we were able to get decent views, and we enjoyed it. Although if you go back and watch the original episode, it's a little cringe. But it was just us, three guys chatting about games and things that we really enjoyed. Fast forward about a year or so later, I get in contact with another friend who is an online friend. We've never met in real life. We've never even seen each other's faces. And I was like, hey, you always talk about gaming speculation. You already have, you write articles about gaming speculation. Why don't we talk about that recent direct that just happened? And so we had our first Crazy Cap spin-off where we just talked about the Nintendo Direct. It wasn't like a mainline episode. We just wanted to talk about the Direct and see how that sort of thing went. And that was probably one of our most successful videos that we've ever done. And so we were like, well, why don't we talk about all the news? And so Hylian, Hylian decided to join the team. And yeah, so now it was me, Slime Boss. If you didn't know, I don't know how you didn't know that. Me, Slime Boss, SR Jet, who eventually became, or Ryu Jet, who eventually became SR Jet, my friend Reverse Mailman, and finally Hylian. And when Hylian came around, we tried to create our another new show, the Crazy Cap spinoff, Fairy Fountain. And now we were a real thing, so we decided to take off of the Logo Movie, which was now called Zurimu-chan, and create our own channel. We were the Crazy Cap crew, and we now owned the Crazy Cap Studios, which was more than just a podcast. We had two shows, multiple segments, lots of guests, and we were just loving it. And now to this day, as well as another additional member that we've added this year, being Matt Gamer Bro, we are now at the peak of our hype. This year is probably one of our best years so far, and we've created new episodes of the podcast. We've done more content outside of the podcast, and all of us are enjoying ourselves and doing this amazing hobby that we cannot thank you enough for giving ourselves a platform. We're so glad that that you watch the shows and everything, even though how long they are, quite annoying they might get. We really appreciate all the support that you've given us, and now we've reached 50,000 subscribers. So we cannot thank you enough for all the support that you've given us and the time of day that you've given us just to make this show happen. However, even though I am a founding member of the Crazy Cap Studios, unfortunately, I'm going to have to step away from the channel just due to personal reasons. Actually, I would love to say that, but it's not personal reasons. And this video was made not only to say thank you, because we really do appreciate it, and I still appreciate it, but with our big change in 2023, and now that we have 5 members and we're still going strong, they did a little discussion behind my back. And even though I am a founding member, they unanimously voted that I was kicked off the team. They don't think that I am providing enough for the channel, and they just kicked me off. So that's it. I'm making this video to say goodbye, and thank you for all the support that you've given me and the rest of the show, but they just don't want me here, so. Now, obviously, this is an April Fool's joke, but no, seriously, guys, thank you guys so much for all the support. Thank you guys for 50 subscribers. I know it's very little in the grand scheme of things, but we really appreciate it, and we're so excited for the videos that we have planned for the rest of the year. Anyways, happy April Fools, and we'll see you next time.